Hey everybody, Happy New Year. It's me, Caitlin. Man, it's been a long time since I went live. But I thought it's the first day of the new year and I did just post a reel, so I'm like, I'll go live instead of posting two reels back to back to do this video. And then also the ulterior motive is that I'm going to download this and upload it to YouTube later today, so that way they can see it as well. So welcome to 2024. This is absolutely insane to me that we are in 2024. But in today's video, I'm just going to be showing you guys the books that I got for Christmas and just talk a little bit about why they're on my list. And you guys can all add some of these to your Goodreads or to your Libby or to your anywhere that you keep your book recommendations. So I thought I would share all of them. I asked for a lot of books for Christmas, and I was very happy with what I got. So I do have a couple that I didn't necessarily get for Christmas, but they are on my list for the coming year. And I know this video is so unexpected, but I was just like, you know what? I saw another blogger. I'm going to tag her in this video. I'm going to tag her in the description. But another reader that I follow did something similar on her page, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to give her credit in the description of the video, so you guys can go give her some love as well. And like I said, the reason for going live, and I might do it as a reel again, but for the reason for going live is just so I don't have to record something separate for YouTube. So we're going live so I can save it and then upload it to YouTube. So we're going to talk about the books that I got for Christmas or that I just have bought recently and added to my list. And I will tell you like if they were a gift or whatever when I get them. So we're going to start off with this stack here. And that would be, the first one is, so these are all by Holly Jackson. And the first one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which many of you have probably already read. I've heard great things about this entire series. And this book has been on my list for a long time. And it sounds like it's told from the perspective of a high school senior. So I believe these are considered to be young adult fiction, but I won't know until I get more into it. So if you've already read this, you can let me know in the comments. But I read my first official thrillers in 2022 and 23. I don't know if I would consider Verity a real thriller, though, but I think it is supposed to be considered a thriller. So I read that one in 22, and then I read Riley Sager's The House Across the Lake in 2023, and I've been told he is a pretty reputable thriller author. And so these like murder mystery types of books I'm really excited about, and there are a lot of these on this list. So this one is definitely going to be read this year, for sure. And then to follow up, and this one I did not get for Christmas. I purchased this one myself because I had asked for other books in the series for Christmas and then realized I didn't even have the first one. So I bought that one myself. I also bought the sequel myself, and yes, I did snag it for $4.99 at a local bookstore here. So that was a killer steal. So I have the second one as well, Good Girl, Bad Blood. And then the third one in this series is called As Good as Dead. I know that some Walmarts have it. You can find it on Amazon. I actually do not own that one yet. So I'm going to read these two first and then get that one. But then I also got for Christmas, my grandma got me her standalone 5 Survive. So this is just written by Holly Jackson, but it's a separate storyline. And so this is considered a standalone. And then this one by Holly Jackson is Killjoy. This is a novella, and it's supposed to be a prequel, I believe, or like a sidestep. Not necessarily a prequel, but just like a sidestep. So these all go together, and then we've got the standalone of 5 Survive. So thriller, mystery, all of that. And if you are a mystery thriller gal, or guy, because I actually know one of my good friends from college has read this whole series as well, and he really enjoyed it, then you need to get the One of Us is Lying series by Karen McManus. This one, McManus. my sister-in-law and I have both read the first 2 of these. I'm so excited about the 3rd one. We both got it for Christmas, and this is One of Us is Back by Karen McManus, and this is the 3rd one in this series. Karen McManus also has done The Cousins. She's done Two Can Keep a Secret, which I have, and hers are very similar. So the premise of One of Us is Lying, it kind of, I was just telling my mom the other day over the weekend, it kind of has a Breakfast Club meets like 13 Reasons Why type of vibe. So it's told through the perspective of 5 different kids, all with different personalities, different cliques, and they all kind of interact with this one person, i.e. 13 Reasons Why, Hannah, and have to like tell lies and kind of cover each other's butts to not be caught or incriminated in this crime. And then the second one is like 5 additional storylines that are all set within the same high school. So they're all the same universe, same realm, and it's just 5 different storylines. And so I'll be interested to see this one. And hers are also considered mystery, but hers are for sure considered young adult mystery with some like smut and language in there a little bit, like on the tame side. So, these would be a great way to get introduced to the mystery game if you haven't already. And I actually have reviewed One of Us is Lying and One of Us is Next on my YouTube channel. So if you want more information about those, you can check that out there. Okay, so that is kind of all the mystery stuff. And now we'll get into some this is going to be a really short live, by the way, because it's not like I have a ton, but I was afraid that 90 minutes of a reel wasn't going to be long enough. So I was just kind of torn in that like middle ground of like reels not being long enough, but not really wanting to record something separate for YouTube. So I just decided to do a little live, and you guys can watch it whenever. If you don't watch it, that's fine too. This is mainly a YouTube piece. Okay, so I accidentally got 2 copies of 5 Survive for Christmas. My grandma and, we'll turn that like that so you guys can kind of see the stack. My grandma and my husband both bought the same book. So I returned my husband's copy of 5 Survive and picked up It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover because I'm a completist and I read It Ends With Us in 2023. So I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and get It Starts With Us, because if you didn't know, It Starts With Us and It Ends With Us are sister novels, and they do go together. So it's my understanding that the characters are the same and that the storylines run together. I'm a little bit nervous because my sister read It Ends With Us very quickly, and then she said she started It Starts With Us and couldn't finish it. So I'm a little bit nervous. However, I am a completist, so I'll probably try and read the whole thing. But these 2 go together, and it's supposed to be the beginning of the story. So my guess is that it's going to be her mom. If you've read It Ends With Us, it's going to be her mom, Lily's mom and dad's story, and possibly like Lily's accounts of their relationship more in detail than what it does in It Ends With Us, but we'll see. So I went ahead and hello! We're talking about books to read in 2024, and all of these books are on my list. I am on Goodreads at Kayla McClure, and I have a YouTube channel where you can find reviews of all these books after I read them. So if you are a reader, here are some titles you can add to your list. We've talked about Holly Jackson, Good Girl's Guide to Murder. We've talked about 5 Survive, Killjoy, Karen McManus's One of Us is Lying series, and then we're talking about Colleen Hoover right now. And this is actually the book that I'm going to read. Right now I'm reading Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. And I kind of am on a deadline for that one. I have to have the review done by this Saturday for book club. So that's what I'm reading right now. But this is what I'm going to read next. And then I'll probably take a break from Colleen Hoover until I need, and then I'll pick up one of her other ones. But I happened to find It Ends With Us at a lending library, so it was free to me. So I read it and turned it around and then took it back to the lending library, and so that's why I got this one. Like Colleen Hoover for me is just, she's kind of like a sidestep. Like if I'm not really reading anything and I want like a quick read, I'll grab something Colleen Hoover. All right, so I'm going to do a silly one now, because if you are a Swiftie, then you need to get the little golden book Taylor Swift. I know you can find it at Kohl's and Walmart, and I already read this. It's so cute, and so this is just like a little silly one, but I did get that book for Christmas, and I got 2 copies of it for Christmas, so I had to return one because I don't need 2 copies. And then next, this is more of a niche thing. This one's not going to be for everybody, but I personally am really excited to read this. This is Nadia Comaneci, Letters to a Young Gymnast. I was a gymnast for 15 years and I'm a judge now, and I can just I can just see myself taking this to a meet, and this would be something totally appropriate to read like while I'm in between sessions or whatever. But I am so excited to read this one. It's a short read, but it is nonfiction, so it will meet my personal goals for myself, and so I'm excited to read that one. And like I said, this one is very much a niche thing. Like it's not going to be for everybody, but as a gymnast, or if you are a gymnast or a judge, and I have had judges recommend this book to me, so this one for sure is on the list. And I haven't added this one to my Goodreads yet, so I'm actually going to set this one over here so I can add it to the Goodreads. All right, next, I bought this one for myself, but it was just such a good price. I got this book for $3. They had it on clearance at Half Price Books in Kentucky when I was there over the weekend, and I was like, for $3, I really can't pass that up. And it's the hardback copy, and this one is just on my list. It's been on my list for a while, and so now I finally have it and can have the hard copy. And then once I'm done reading it, I will be watching the movie and reviewing that as well. So we've got Where the Crawdads Sing. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm really intrigued by the movie of this, and so that's why I want to read the book, because I want to watch the movie, and Taylor Swift has a song in the movie, which is really my motivation. But I've heard good things, and yeah, I'm excited. So we'll see. But I got it for $3 and just really couldn't pass it up. So all right, next, this one is another one that was recommended to me by friends of mine and just other readers. It's Out of My Mind by Shannon M. Draper. I think I read an article, and this was like on the list of best books. And I, just based on the description, I think it's going to be something that I really, really enjoy. The premise is a individual who's like nonverbal. She's in a wheelchair. She's pretty limited in terms of her mobility and independence. People think that she is stupid and can't learn, and that she's not learning. And she's like, I've been stuck listening to the same preschool garbage for years. And so it's about her finally finding her voice and communicating all the thoughts that have been in her head. And as a special educator and someone who works with young children who are learning to speak and learning to communicate, I'm very, very excited about this book. And there is a sequel, I think called Out of My Heart. So I'm very, very excited for this book. It sounds like something that is definitely going to be up my wheelhouse, but also something that's going to make me cry, probably. So I'll have to, take that one with a grain of salt. Okay, and then these are the last 3 that I got for Christmas, and they are all by the same author, Taylor Jenkins Reid, and she is the author of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which, if you saw my reel yesterday, was one of the top 5 books that I read in 2023. I read 19 books total, and Evelyn Hugo made the cut for the top 5. It's drama, it's gossip, it has a little bit of smut, it's romance, gives me Devil Wears Prada vibes, and again, you can find the whole review on my YouTube channel, but I got 3 more of her books. So Carrie Soto is back, One True Loves, and After I Do. Both of these sound very intriguing, like romance, drama, gossipy, which is exactly what I love. And then the Carrie Soto is back is just, this one is about like a tennis player who kind of has to redefine. So this one gives me the most Evelyn Hugo vibes, because Evelyn Hugo is kind of like, she's washed, she's this, I don't want to say washed up, but like she's a movie star who is no longer getting the fame and fortune because she's, in like later in her life. And so Carrie Soto is a tennis player who like falls out of grace, I guess, and then has to kind of go up against younger athletes to claim the best spot. And then this one is a breathtaking new love story about a woman unexpectedly forced to choose between the husband she thought had long thought dead and the fiance who has finally brought her back to life. So that sounds exactly like something I would love. This would be a really great beach read, I think. Like, this is stereotypical, like, woman torn between two lovers type of a thing. And then we have After I Do, a breathtaking novel about modern marriage, the depth of family ties, and the year that one remarkable heroine spends exploring both. As a married woman, I think this one will probably be very hard-hitting, but I am very excited. And I was really a fan of Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing, and so I am excited to try some of her other titles. So there we have it. That is everything that is going to be, I know it's really hard for you guys to see, that's everything that is on my list for sure in 2024. And if I read all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, then I'll have met my 12 fiction books. And this is not including everything that we're going to read in book club, all the nonfiction stuff. So my year of reading is pretty much set up for me, but that is all right. I would rather have lots of options than not have anything to read. Oh, and then we forgot about the Letters to a Young Gymnast. So that would be 13 right there. So that's it for this video. I know it was very simple, very quick. Like I said, I was just torn between like 90 seconds isn't long enough, but I wanted a video to have for YouTube as well, so that's why we went live today. But I hope everybody had a happy new year. We stayed in, we watched a couple of movies, and we got a lot of things done around, got a lot of stuff done around the house. Like, I got my little blog room cleaned up. We got some stuff hung in the guest room, the bedroom. I organized all of my scrapbook stuff, and we're working on condensing the Christmas stuff. I've been listing stuff to eBay like every single day. So yeah, it has been a very busy break. And so the past 2 days we've been like chilling at home, and we did not go out or do anything. And that was fine by me. So I go back to work on Thursday. I can't say I'm super stoked about it, but the sooner we get started, the sooner we get to summer. Am I right, fellow teachers? So these are going to be my self-care for the year. And I hope that there's something on here that you guys would like to add to your list as well. I will put all of these titles in the description of the video. And again, I'm going to tag the account who gave me this idea for this video as well, so you guys can go give her a follow too. And if you're missing this video or you're seeing that it was live, you can catch the full replay on YouTube as always. So that's it for this one. I'm going to get our Swiftie sessions scheduled, and I'm gonna kind of revamp how we're doing lives here, but expect to see a lot more of like the movie review and the book review type lives, just because I am trying to be more intentional about my money, and so I know that I don't need to be spending the amount of money that I was spending on clothes to do hauls and everything like that. Now, I'm still going to do some occasionally, and here in a couple days, I am going to have a big announcement for you guys in terms of something that you guys can do to participate, but overall, lives might look a little bit different on here. So I'm going to try and be creative at some things that we can do, and I hope you guys will come along with me. So I'm going to upload this video, and then I'm going to organize my board games, because that is a challenge. So maybe I'll put that on stories, because it's going to take a minute. So that's what we're going to do after this. And yeah, so thank you for being here. Oh, thanks for joining. I'm actually getting ready to sign off, but you can watch the replay and catch it on YouTube. We were talking about books to add to your 2024 reading list. So I will see you guys next time.